Welcome back. I'm Martin, again online, again a stream, again an amazing instrument, again a giveaway. Yeah, having good times, having really good times. So as always, you know how it works at the very beginning. If someone should be already in the chat, then please let me know. You can see me, you can hear me, and all this. I repeat it, all I have are my green lights there on the wall that I can rely on. They are all green, so we should be fine. In the good mood mug, there's the good mood juice. And today it's a little bit like grow your tools and grow your libraries, but the very same time today it's even know your tools and know your libraries, because Bernie, super. Danke. Because today we are talking about a relatively new developer, Midiwood, and Richard was so wow. Steph, thanks, cool. Was not only so cool to hand out an NFR copy to me so we can test drive this and we can do this. No, he's even offering a giveaway. So one of you will be the lucky winner today of the giveaway. Yeah, there will be, as always, two questions. Probably, as always, in approximately 1 hour, I will have the warm-up question, then I will have the final question. And if we are lucky, then we will have Richard from Midiwood in the chat. And that would be really cool because, you know, I like it so much if we do have the developer in the chat so you can ask all the questions you have yourself. And this Black Lotus toolkit, at the moment it's still an intro price. What's so amazing about it, what I like so much about it, is the fact that it shows that even a relatively small library or even a relatively simple instrument can be pretty cool if the engine is well done. I'm repeating myself, I know this, I'm telling this nearly all the time, but there are so many tiny... Yes, hi! So yeah, we have now even Midiwood in the chat, so whatever question you have, you can ask them directly. And I was talking about the engine. I do like the engine a lot because a lot of thought went into that engine. This is not just like as using Kontakt as a sample player, like, yeah, I made fantastic, amazing samples and now you can play them. No, you can manipulate them. And there is something I will show you later on, even that you can do in real time, which you rarely have. So yes, I think what I like most about the Black Lotus toolkit, apart from the sounds, because they are very traditional in the country where they come from, they are maybe even pretty simple in itself. So these are not, you know, your big taiko drums or your big whatsoever, but it's the engine that makes them cool, that can give you the possibility to realize sounds that you never heard before, maybe even coming out of that instrument. So I suggest we dive right in. So as always, what I do, I switch the side so you don't see only me. They're big, but you see even a little bit what's going on, because this library is worth talking about the engine, because I really liked all the tiny little details that I found. And even Richard himself, he made an amazing walkthrough where he goes really through every knob and every detail. So I'm pretty sure I can't be as good as he was and he is in his video, but I will show you, what I like about it. And that's it. So if you get the Black Lotus toolkit, you have in the instrument folders, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 NKIs. You have 8 instruments, and I suggest we just go through them in the order that you can find them here, in the alphabetical order. And as the engine offers more or less possibilities, then I will talk about the knobs and faders and the tiny little details and specialties that I like so much, because I'm a little bit like a child when I can play with good sounds. So the first instrument is a simple bamboo pipe, and in this case there's only one articulation, which is shorts. Sounds like this. Okay, a bamboo pipe. So you would say, okay, what's the cool thing about the bamboo pipe? You probably already have a library that includes a bamboo pipe. We will start now with what the engine offers you. So first of all, you do have, of course, you have this in many libraries, the possibility to widen or to narrow the sound in the stereo field. Then you do have the dynamics here. You do have an attack, a compressor, and a dirt. And there already the fun starts. See, if I play a little bit with those, so the sound already starts to change. And even here he did an amazing job in my opinion, because for example here for the EQ, he combined various filters and functions on only one knob. So even if you're not precisely knowing what you're doing, you just turn that knob and get amazing results. So I will bring all this down. So we start again. Here, the attack, of course. We will start just with the simple sound, and then you see, that's the low pass filter in this direction, and in this direction then you get some kind of a high pass filter. And this will be very interesting later on if we talk about the percussive instruments. Then there is a bow wow, which is like a flanger, if you will. So maybe the short sound you won't really hear it. We will come back to that with the sounds that even have sustains. Then there's the dirty bits. So lo-fi really destroying the sound, and even that's so cool. You will see later on with the percussive instruments. Then you do have here the sound effects, the reverb and the delay that you hear. You can simply dial in the amount, and here you can go on added sense. Then you have here the reverb, grounded, airy or cosmic, and here you do have the possibility to choose from a lot of small, medium, large or creative reverbs. The caramel guitar, then we dial it in, and okay, and then here you do have, you know, the time, the feedback, the tape age, the flatter, and all those details. You do have even this, we will see later, then the low pass and the high pass for the reverb itself. Oh no, sorry, here is the reverb. I was on the wrong. There it is. You see? Then here. You can hear the reverb now has a low pass filter on it. The high pass is closed. You only get the darker frequencies in the reverb. I'll dial this up. There are even the higher frequencies and stuff like this. Yes, every reverb can do this, but you have it here within the engine and so easy to use. And here's the same for the delay. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of delays. We can go for the analog one. I will dial down this a little bit because on everything percussive, and this sound is pretty percussive, then you choose here the rate. And yes, the delay can be time synced. Even this is just something that I really would like to stress out, because there are libraries out there that can't even time sync the delay, and that in my opinion isn't a cool thing. So put this to 8th notes maybe, just to play a little bit with it. Triplets, there's everything you need. You see here you have the ping pong, or you switch it off. Many possibilities. Then another thing which is pretty cool, you do have 3 different mics. There's a close mic and a tree mic and a room mic. You can, and even that's pretty cool, I switch back again, the delay and the reverb. You can dial in those microphones as you wish. Okay. And even this isn't too groundbreaking by itself, but you do have even a mix fader here, which then you see automatically goes through the various mixes. So, or you do it by yourself, going through the 3 faders, or you simply use this one and play with the sound until you like it. And it doesn't stop here. I told you this engine is pretty neat. Here you do have a dice. If we just throw the dice, then it is a randomize function doing random stuff like any randomizer. Then of course you have the possibility to say, whoa, maybe this was a little too much, but that's pretty cool because it can come up with pretty amazing results. And then here another pretty cool function, well done, well thought out. You have the possibility here to reset the instrument. On the bigger instruments, there is even then the possibility to reset, only one or the whole set, and you can load or save presets. I already did this. If I go here now, you see there is Martin test. You can save a preset and then you can even reload it. That even is cool. So I hope I could show you a little bit how the engine here works on the bamboo pipe, and we can go to the next instrument, which in this case is the bass marimba. And Richard told so in his walkthrough. That's a pretty rare instrument. You don't find it that often in sample libraries. Here I already played with the delay and the reverb. I will just dial that down. Maybe a little bit of reverb. And here you already have 2 articulations. So you have the red keys here as the key switches. And then you can have or the mallets or the sticks playing that instrument. And even here, it doesn't end here. You do have the possibility to shift octaves or 2 octaves up or 3 octaves up, which then is pretty cool. Put it onto 2 different tracks and then have the simple bass marimba doing its stuff down here, and then maybe something up there. Here even played with the mallets instead of the sticks. And here, yes, this is just what we had even before. And even here, there's the dice. And even here you have the possibility to edit then the reverb and the delay just as we had before. What did I do here? I simply have a diffusion delay time synced now to 16th notes. And the reverb. Yes, we come to the next instrument, and always, and if you have questions and whatsoever, then or ask me or ask Midiwood directly. There is the Black Lotus, there's the bow. Yeah, and here we have the possibility to have simply, grooves played on that instrument. Of course, there is the possibility for single stroke, so you can play it yourself. But there is the possibility to have this groove being played. You can sync it to the beat. Well done. You can have it half speed. You can have it double speed. So I think it is pretty interesting. And now there comes a feature that I really like a lot. By the way, another detail that I'm always stressing out when I find it, even the black keys are working. Means there are more grooves within one octave, because there are libraries where only the white keys are working, and then in one octave you get 5 sounds or 5 articulations or 5 grooves or 5 whatsoever less. Again, well done. So I choose one now. One that is maybe a little more active, because I would like to show you something really cool. This one. Here there is a pitch. So I can pitch the groove, but it remains in sync. So it's not as I'm going down, it's getting slower, and as I'm going up, it gets faster. No, it remains in pitch. Okay, and now watch this. Learn MIDI CC automation. Now I will simply record. Sorry. And then I just use one of my knobs, faders, whatever you have. So I just assigned it here to a knob now, and then I can do something like this in real time. Is it cool? Is it cool? I like it. I like it a lot that I have the possibility to pit shift my groove. That is really amazing. This is really something which, yeah, I like it. It's neat. It's really fantastic. Then let's put on this one delay. Just because we can. Okay, let's try this at 16th. Maybe just doublets, triplets. There's everything. They really thought about many of those tiny little details that we composers like so much. And then of course you can combine them. Yeah, if you play them, of course, you're not limited to one of them, but you can play them together. Yes, then there comes a big NKI, the DunDun. And here you will find another neat little feature. So the interface, as you can see now, got a little more complex, and there is lots to tell about. So you do have here the possibility, I can have here link the kits or unlink them. You have here the colored keys. And here you do have, another function here, select by MIDI. So if I play a note now, you see this instrument has been selected by MIDI. I play another note, another instrument gets selected. I can switch this off. Nothing gets selected by MIDI, because maybe if you play, it might make you nervous, of this flickering. So you can switch it off. Even this is very well thought out if you think about it. And then I do have the possibility, if I link the kits, and then for example here I do the panning to the right, you see then all the kits now are on the right. So this is then a global function, but I can unlink them, and then I do have the possibility to, for example, I select them by MIDI, this one to the left and this one to the right, because they're independent, and then I have I can place them in the room as I like. Here I do have the volume. I shouldn't switch them then. Here I have the volume for every single of those drums. And here I do have again the pitch. So I can take, for example, something like those. Just a second, how to find them. Those sticks. This one. But I would like to have the more, let's say like a hi-hat or something. I just do it by pitch. Little bit of reverb. Grounded. Let's take, what do we take? A cozy chapel. Then there we are. And what else do we have here? We do have, as always, the dice. And this one again, back. No way. No way, no way. I found out something now. Hey Thomas, hi, cool to see you. I found out something which I didn't knew before. How cool is that? Look here at the sends. Even the sends, the reverb and the delay are selectable for every single kit that you have here. And every kit has another thing pretty cool. Everything is cool about this library, really. Just click on them to get a preview. You can hear them. And then everything you do here in the sense is just working on that instrument. Doesn't affect this one. You see, this one is here. I like it. Okay, another cool feature that I just found out now. This even is pretty cool. You do have, as always, the 3 microphones or the mix, and now there comes something else which is pretty cool because we are on the main page. By the way, you do even have dynamics for every instrument on the CC1 on the mod wheel, but the dynamics aren't just volume. No, they are really different plate volumes on the instrument, because you know how much the sound changes. And by the way, this one maybe is already listen closely to how even how much the sound changes if you go through those various dynamic layers. This is cool, but now there comes something pretty cool, because you know loops are bad, yeah? Loops aren't always bad. Loops can be even pretty good. So if you would like to set a statement, you can get now these caps in my store, and these loops are pretty good too. They are not called loops here, they are called grooves. You do have here a possibility to filter by style, by type, by character. And then here you do have the groove, which I switch on here the play function. Just play the various grooves. And what's so cool, you do have here another button which is called load with sound preset. You switch this off. The sound preset just remains as is, and then the loops are played with that set of presets. But as Midiwood was so good to really think about every groove, to give it its very own sound, they created for every groove a snapshot, if you will, you know, a preset. And if you load then those grooves, including the sound preset, then you have this. So they all sound very different thanks to this. And once you learn a little bit how to use the engine, then this is a starting point. As I always say, you know your tools, know your libraries. This is only a starting point. You choose a groove that you like, maybe even with that sound preset, and then your work starts just by tweaking a little bit the knobs and these things, because loops, they don't have to be bad if you use them to your style, you know, to your music. That's so important. I mean, yes, a loop is something which someone pre-recorded. You just press a key and it plays. But if you tweak some of those tiny little knobs and buttons, you can make it something which is your own, and they are huge time savers. And now there comes this amazing feature. You do have the possibility, okay? I say, I like this one. You can drag it in your DAW like that. Boom. Then I just say, no, I don't want any time information. And there you are. There are the MIDI events for that groove. I know even this isn't new, but I like it. If a library offers this, I like it a lot because I do have a starting point that I can work with, that I can simply work with now. I would like to have an accent. I would like to have an accent with this one. So I just place it in. Boom, there we are. Really loud. No, this one was meant to be. Yeah, there we are. 1, 2. You see, you can play with this. This is so cool. Wine. Yeah. I'm on water. No. And then really play with those things. There is, for example, boop, boop, boop. I don't like this one. I don't like it. I cancel it. I delete it. That's it. Or I just have to change here something in the template. That's it. Right click. Gone. Yeah, loops are pretty good. Oh, I should make another cup too. Loops are pretty good. And yeah, how cool is that? How cool is that really with those grooves that you really can just select them and then drag them in here. I like it. I really like it because then, you know, I can get out ideas even pretty quick. Let's see with this one that we had before. Okay. Wow, this one is cool. This one is cool. I would like to have this longer. So I just drag it like this. If you know Logic, you can do this and then you have, okay. And let's start. I'm getting in the mood. I'm getting in the mood now. Okay. Little more dirt on it. Yes. Getting in there. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have no clue what I'm doing, but anyhow, give me a second. Konzertraum. Konzertraum, das ist ein deutsches Wort. Das ist ein Konzertraum. Cool. And orchestral hall. Yeah. Little of lo-fi. Okay. Okay. Then the bass marimba. Let's bring the bass marimba in too. Just because we can. Okay. We have to choose, we have to change this. This was really played bad. We do this again. Chaka 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 chaka. As easy as that. Another thing, as we are with the DunDuns, just to show you, really just to show you how quick you can do something. We go for another groove. Go for another groove. Yes. Yes, something like this, just to show you quickly. Another thing that you can do if you are into Eastern music or whatsoever, we slow down the tempo a little bit. And then, for example, you do have Arabic or whatsoever instruments, then you can quickly use, those grooves. Yeah, maybe a singer on top, and there you go. Just thanks to that initial groove that gets you going, that gives you that initial vibe. And then you can always... And yes, and then you don't like the groove, or you think that groove is too recognizable or whatsoever. You have the MIDI events. Play with those MIDI events. And another thing which is pretty cool, if we listen to that groove with the metronome on, of course. Or maybe let's give the metronome... It is in sync, but if you look at the MIDI events, I don't know if you can see them, they aren't perfectly on the grid. And I like it a lot, because a real drum player isn't perfectly on the grid too. They sound so human. I like it, I really like it. So, we talked about the DunDun, which maybe is the most, I save it just quickly, the most massive collection in this library here, with those various tools played in 3 different articulations. We come to the next instrument, which is the frame drum. And even in the frame drum, you do have here this drum, and then you have the same drum played with mullets. So you have it here, played with sticks, played with mullets. Same story. You can link the kits, you can unlink them, you can select by MIDI or not. You can play them half speed, normal speed, double speed. You have the 3 microphones, you do have the grooves, you do have the dynamics. And even here, same thing. Pan them slightly to the left, them slightly to the right. Widen the whole stereo field a little bit. Same thing, go for the grooves. Wow. Okay. I like them even more. That dance. Desert steps. Forged in the depth. Gonna gotcha. Indian summer, lots of grooves. So you see, even if at first sight one might say, hey, the Black Lotus Toolkit, you know, this is only 7 keys and this is mainly only percussive instrument. No, no, there's lots to discover, and I would like to do something now. First of all, I would like to play them. Ooh, know what's path? Nothing here. The spirit leaves. But the desert steps, I like them a lot. This one. I would like to try something. Then I would like to try something else. Now I just had an idea. What else we could try? Oh, come on, please. I take this and I drag it. Unfortunately, my computer is getting, I don't know why, really hot lately. You might even hear the fan, and then obviously it slows drastically down, which is a pity. So I think pretty soon I have to upgrade to a Mac Studio. So I just would like to try again precisely what we had here, just because I'm pretty sure it will sound amazing. I just have this feeling. So please forgive me for trying. But this is why you're here for. You're curious to hear what I come up with. So let's play this. Exactly. What was I right? Is this cool? Those grooves are amazing. They get you precisely where you need to be. And so quick. That's cool. Okay. Then I just had another idea. As we're playing with those grooves, I'm curious now. Now I'm getting really in the mood. And this is precisely why I love if a library gets me creative, if a library inspires me. That's so important. And this one does. Sicario, precisely, or really, if you don't know it, and if you have a how do you say, a strong stomach, my friend Bernie pointed this out to me, and now I'm pointing it out to you on Netflix. There's this series Fauda. With Black Lotus Toolkit, you could score, I think, a big part of it, maybe combine it then with another library, and you could do something in that style. And it's you know, if you play with a library like this, you have those pictures then in front of you, and let's... I'm just... That's I mean... You don't need any of those, you know, MIDI, how are they called? I don't know. I had them 3 years ago or something like this. Those MIDI packs, you know, with those loops. The library, how many are there? Midiwood, how many are there? Many. I think really many. I won't count them, but there are really many grooves in there. I'm just still. I'm just, you know, because I have something in mind. I'm just. Yeah, exactly. There we are. There we are. I was precisely looking for something like this. Precisely for something like this, which is a pretty traditional rhythm. And I won't know. I will. I take the time. We do have time. So I hope you all have something. It's over 200. It's over 200 grooves in the DunDun. This is amazing. So now I would like to play a little bit with yeah, I just played a little bit with those settings, and now I will combine this, which at first sight I would assign, yeah, to some foreign country with a acoustic guitar, because I think they will combine heavenly together. So we quickly load up a guitar, because I'm so sure that they will sound good together. And strings. What do you guys think? If we pack even some strings then on top of it, just to combine it with something, you know, the way that the way that I would do it. Let's just. Yeah, you get the idea how versatile this instrument is. You get the idea, and now, just to show you, this is not only Far East or Middle East or something like this. No, this is as modern as groundbreaking as it can get if you combine those traditional instruments with something new. So let's just quickly. What is the quickest way to get some strings in there? Maybe those. Yeah. Let's go with this. Should be fine. Let's quickly find something. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay for now. Just to. And that's so cool, because I suddenly have in mind maybe really the desert and something like this. But you know, young people in our time and age, being in the desert, if you combine, you know, those traditional elements with modern instruments, how cool. And we remain with Black Lotus, because now the ideas start to flow. We have a bass marimba to set some accents. There we are. There we are. Yeah, I like it. I like it. What will I do now? First of all, I will save. I don't like the noise that the fan is doing. I'm a little bit afraid the computer might crash. Yeah, we have even the higher marimba. So why don't use them? Just some soft touches, and we can continue. I mean, we didn't even go through all the instruments that there are, so we might even then include something else, because there is still a instrument. I will leave now. Or not. No, yes, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, I'm still going, through the instruments as they have been in here, because after the DunDun there was the frame drum, and after the frame drum now there's the reed pipe, and we are in nearly 1 hour. So in approximately 10 minutes we will start with the giveaway. So here you do have a flute, a reed pipe, and this is pretty cool. Now look here at the trigger keys. You really get a lot of articulations in this one. So you do have the short ones, and then you do have the long ones, for which you do have the dynamics. And listen to that sound. How it varies over time. I'm curious. I will tell you why. I think it's looped. I think this one is looped. Let's try this one. Yeah, even this one is looped. What was I trying and why was I trying? What I personally prefer, but this is me. If whatever comes with breath, singing, flute, trumpet, whatsoever, can't be played endlessly in real time. I know this is the sample world, but once in a while we would like to imitate something of the real world. And then if you have a singer, and this is very often if you have those epic cinematic tracks, then you have a singer singing for 1 minute without ever breathing. No, it doesn't work like this. They need to breathe once in a while. And this is the same, with the flute or the trumpet. So if a sample stops once the lungs get out of air, it helps you, to remind you that, okay, he need or she needs to breathe. So anyhow, you do have the shorts, you do have the long. I've been on the long with the dynamics, but there's even vibrato. Which, right click, learn MIDI CC automation, you put this on a knob on a fader, and then as you play in real time, yeah, you already get this vibrato in if you want, and then the same goes for dynamics. Put it on your mod. It is on the mod wheel already, but I have only 2 hands. Work a little bit with this even, and you can really play nice, realistic phrases. Know your tools and use those possibilities if a developer gives you the chance. Then, next articulation is a short long. So it starts with the harsh attack of a short. but then ends in a long note. Then there are the trills. Everything, by the way, can be... I know this is for the other three then. Anyhow, time synced. With the time machine, the samples then for this one comes later. And then there are even the tongues. So what I wanted for the track that we had before, no, I will show you this. Even this is so cool because here now you have and you can open them up and you do have here long flurries, yeah, on the yellow one. There's the flurry hold on the orange one. There are various long flurries. Then there are holds again. On the purple one there are other longs. So you really can, you know, create your very own set of those. And then the endings of the phrase. So you could start with the long note. You know, to end then with an ending and something like this. And here you do have the possibility even to choose the sample start. And what to say? Compliments, Midiwood. Compliments, because even this library shows the capability of Kontakt if someone wants to create an amazing instrument and takes the time to program an engine like this. Because I heard in the past, like, yeah, no, I can't produce better libraries because Kontakt is so limiting. No, it's not. And this library is exactly the proof that for sure Kontakt isn't the limiting factor. Exactly. And I... And here you have the chance with Time Machine then to fine-tune it, or even to work a little bit on the speed. And I wanted something like this in what we created before. Just... yeah, something like this. How much better does a track get with those tiny little phrases and that stuff? And I said it in the last live stream already, I like them a lot because this stuff here you can't program with MIDI. So, or your library gives you phrases and trills and stuff like this, or it doesn't. And Black Lotus does. So, I suggest we start with the warm-up question. So whomever is in the chat, here comes the warm-up question leading towards the giveaway. Black Lotus was inspired by a very special soundtrack. By which soundtrack was Black Lotus inspired? That's the warm-up question. Let us know in the chat. And I continue with the next instrument, which is the reed shaker. Because even this one is pretty neat. Because you simply get the effect, you know, just by turning it upside down. Then you do get nice rhythms played with that reed shaker. Obviously, just freely played or sync to beat. Then it's just synced to your, I show you this, we go to 70. Yeah, and then I go to 110, 15. So it's time synced, and that's cool. That's really cool because that is a time saver. Yes, we all can do this by ear, but it will take us very, very long. So a little help is even here written then what this precisely is. You can always play it in half speed or in double speed, even that's pretty cool. Okay, as we have this, let me try something. Just curious. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, but not here. But not here. In the second part, when we come to the major chord, we place this and we go down. We go down with the dynamics. We widen it. But anyhow, I really would like to have this then. Let's just, no, I narrow it again and place it to the left. Just to see if this one. One too early. Here. Then I do have the shaker boy sitting there, the left side of the room. You could pan the flute to the right, so, you know, just to create a room with those players sitting in the room. I like it. I really like it, and it's a pleasant surprise. It's a pleasant surprise, really, to see a developer. It's your fourth library, I think. You have this pretty amazing piano. You have so it's the third or the fourth library. So it's really it's a younger company, but then already coming out with something like this, so well thought out, with so many tiny details and working. You know, working. There aren't any bugs. There aren't any problems. They're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, to my humble opinion, the flourished phrases are too loud. These, yes, they are. They are. I am. You know, if I do this, then I never ever really mix something or master something or quantize something. I just do it, and then I take the time to perfect it. Do you say so? And then on Instagram, normally you find the best of those live streams once they're elaborated. This one, there are many problems in this one. But Steph, thanks a lot. Let's analyze this quickly. Yeah, no, the flourishes are definitely too loud. I think they could use more reverb because they're way drier than the other stuff. The shaker comes in, it's time synced, but it comes in on an offbeat, which I like a lot. And maybe even the guitar, I would do something on it. But yes, that's something that, Eric, hi, nice to have you here. This is something I know I still owe you. The last scoring competition I did with Marika Schanz, the Lumina, we wanted to give and we are still in discussion, and we just need to to find the time to give an analysis of the second winners, because there have been so many good entries, and we might break down 6 of them that could have been in the finalists but haven't been for. Like Steph wrote, the flourishes are too loud, you know, for simple details like this. So hopefully we will come up with this video within this year, just to analyze the tracks. Like, guys, you know, you haven't been looking, you have such a nice melody, such a nice chord progression and instrumentation, and but you know, it might be interesting to some. And anyhow, back to the question, Bernie wrote the White Lotus. Yes, it was inspired. It was inspired by the White Lotus, absolutely. And we are still here with the reed shaker. And anyhow, if you look at the pink keys, single strokes. So you can play it yourself. Problem is with any percussive instrument, normally those weighted keyboards aren't the best instrument that you can have in front of you if you really would like to groove. So I do have up there a very small keyboard that normally I use when I'm traveling, which has very, you know, tiny and very light plastic keys. So on those you can groove. There's my Proteus still. There's a chord cross. Even those two, they have 61 keys, you know, the light ones. And then you can play the drums. Those keys aren't really the best for, but oh, you know what? I like this one more. Let's quickly change the note on this one, because this one I like it more. So yeah, and let's do this right away. The reed pipe, I place the reed pipe on the right just to have the desired result. And I dial down a little bit the dynamics. Okay, let's see how it works. Better. And as we are talking about the reed pipe, it's such a beautiful instrument. I will use a new track. I will let this one in the middle. I know this is stupid because normally there is one flute player, and if these ornaments come from the right, then even this guy, which is doing the ornaments and now playing part of the chord, it should be this guy. But let's fake that there are two guys on the flute. One is only able to do the ornaments and the other one is playing. Okay? And you all say yes. Let's get it in first and then. Okay, so it's played in, and what we will do now, here's the vibrato, and here is the dynamics. We will do some magic on that flute. Okay, that's the first go, and now the second with the vibrato. Yeah, just like this. To my ears, it sounds a lot more natural now, having, you know, various dynamics whilst he's playing, and even towards the end of the sound, it's getting a little softer, and the vibrato as the long notes are played, and all together sounds like this. Yeah, okay. Enough. Otherwise I get lost in this. So, we come to the giveaway. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we come to the giveaway. Here is the question now, and whoever answers this question first in the chat is the lucky winner of 1 copy of Black Lotus, and then can start to come up with cool ideas like this, really just by not only playing with the instrument, but even by playing with the engine itself and how it can manipulate the sound. In which beautiful country is the company Midiwood based? That's the question. Where's this company from? And we come to the last but not least instrument, because even here they had pretty neat ideas. So we do have the sticks here, okay? So we have the same interface as before. You can link the kits or you can unlink them. Then you have this selection by MIDI. And then you have the penning for every single hit. And in this case, you do have wooden elements and then metal. And here, then, of course, you know, you can pen them, you can tune them. Show you even this. Every single instrument, you do have the stereo widening. Even this one for every single instrument. So this one pretty wide, whilst this one is pretty narrow. And you have the dynamics, the EQ, you have the bow wow. Oh, yes, the wow wow effect. We could play this on the flute later on. You have the dirty bits and the sound effects, the microphones. Even here you do have grooves. We have 2 answers by now. I ask the question again. In which beautiful country is Midiwood based? There is a lot of Get with it spirit. Iron pie. There is interesting stuff in here. Stop cop. Thunderous beat. So just to show you, endless grooves even in here. We do have a winner anyhow. Bernie, you are the lucky winner of a copy of Black Lotus, because yes, they are based in South Africa. Congrats. And so, you know, I went through the various sticks and metals. And we have the grooves, and even here the grooves then can be, of course, taken and be dragged into your DAW. I mean, obviously, if it works on one, it works on all of them. Just to But there is another neat feature in here, because you do have those blue keys. And what are those blue keys doing? they trigger all of the instruments at once. All of them at once. And what I like so much about it, really well done. Well done, so well thought out. If they're all played together, yes, it's an interesting sound. But boring. Maybe boring, because just imagine there would be 8 people sitting in front of an instrument and they would hit the same time. They will never ever hit at the same time. So you do have a scatter knob. So you can randomly have them divided. So they are played slightly offset one from the other. Same goes for velocity. I'm playing with the same velocity, but you hear the result is different because there is a randomizer on the velocity, and you can even exclude, for example, the metal ones. Now there are only the wooden sticks, or you can exclude the wooden sticks. Now there are only the metals. How cool is that? How cool is that? I hope that by now I could give you an idea that even if this at first sight might look limited and tiny, it isn't. It's an amazing toolkit, mostly thanks to the engine, and I'm not taking anything away from the sample quality here, because for sure you notice that there are even sounds that are tiny, but there is no background noise, there is no room noise, there is no, it's just perfectly recorded. But then to me, personally to me, it's the engine, the big it's not a game changer. The big surprise, the big advantage of this one is the engine. It gives you so many well thought out, clever possibilities to do something with those sounds. Just think about the dice. Always the same keys. How the sound changes just by this. So absolutely beautiful instrument. And we are through with the NKIs, but I thought I might do something now. Yeah, another function that I didn't, I at the very beginning I told it, I didn't show you, is here now. You do have the possibility to reset a single instrument. Means I take this instrument and then it's selected, I just do something like this. And then I say reset single instrument. This one just, it's a warning, of course. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. The instrument just gets set back to its initial state. And the same, you do have here the possibility to say reset all instruments. So if the dice brought you to the Oktoberfest and after 3 beers, you're getting a little dizzy and you have no clue what precisely happened the last hours, just reset all instruments and you are back at the initial state just as it came out of the box. Or if you come up with something pretty cool, load preset. Just load your presets. I'm doing this all the time when I'm working on a project and I don't want a out-of-the-box sound. I'm just creating the sound that I like for that project. I just then save that preset or that instrument or that patch or however it's called in that library with the name of the project too. Yeah, so I can recall it when I get back to the instrument then, and I need this preset again. I just know that the project was called, and then I find the preset that I saved by the name of the project. Well, cool. Cool, Bernie. That's a cool action. And I just had something in mind, by the way, because this one, reset all instruments, didn't sound like this before. And it didn't even sound like this. Why? Why? Now I'm curious if you were listening the last hour. Why? For the simple reason, if you have the groove and you load a groove with its sound presets, then it sounds like this. Because they did something fancy with all those knobs and faders. So you can switch it off and then you just got, you can then, take the initial sounds and play the groups, or you load even the sound presets. Still here, yeah. Just, I will find something. I will find something. Pirate music. Which is funny. Was there really pirate music before Hans Zimmer? Was there a genre called pirate music? I'm just, yeah. When I hear it, I will know it. No? Yeah. Okay. I will start with the bronze groove A. Here. Then we can bring this one here. Twice. And then I will go through the bronze groove B. Here. Just to show you how cool it even is if you make modern music, but with some very traditional instruments to provide the groove. And we will remain with what we have. Maybe add a piano to it. What do you think? Should we add a piano to it? I just will quickly rename those. Guitar. Here we had the strings. Then the ant music. There have been some pretty cool ant movies, by the way. Give me a second to try something, okay? Because I'm it was Yeah, something as subtle as this. I'm continuing, I know why. Because why not taking the DunDuns even into this? What did we have here for a rhythm? Yeah, exactly. Why not? Why not? Just curious. There we are. Okay. Then, strings must be combined by piano, or not. And in this case, we go for an upright. Yes, we go for an upright. We don't go for a concert. D, we go for an upright. Even here we use something rhythmic. So quickly. Let's just... Too delicate. Yeah. Yes, and yes. Where is the Black Lotus pipe? The one that we played the melody with. Here it is. And we start here. Okay. Second round on the flute for the vibrato. Okay, and what else can we add? We can add so many things. Yeah, the bass marimba. Maybe again the bass marimba because I really like it. Beautiful sound. Yeah, in the second bit then, where we get a little more groovy. Cool. Then we do have, there are so many. Oh yes, this one. Don't forget about this one. It was the Tiki one, wasn't it? This one at the beginning, where we have the tiny. Getting a sense, doesn't it? Yeah, we could do this for a very long time, I think, because there is a lot of beautiful stuff in it that we could still include. Let's do something here. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, we leave it as tiny as it is at the beginning, but maybe add some of the sticks. Or should we use... No. Let me try. Know what I'm doing. So stupid. Because I'm recording in the groove. Was the same track. No way. Let's create a new one. Let's create quickly a new one so we can record it. And this one we just boop. Boop. Know your door. Hi. Like this. Okay. Should we overdo it? Should we overdo it? Should we bring in this male singer or a female voice? What do you think? Yeah, let's get back to something more traditional. What do you think? Yes, I like it. I like it. So even today it looks like we came up with some pretty ideas. This one needs to be quantized, heavily quantized. This is where it shines then, obviously. The frame drums, they sound pretty nice, like them a lot. The flute needs more reverb. I like those drums. They are pretty massive, aren't they? Okay, oh, I think that's it. Oh, my ears. From my side for today, I really hope that I could give you an idea about the Black Lotus Toolkit. Don't let yourself get fooled by the only 8 instruments that there are, and that they're mainly percussive instruments. I hope I could even show how you can easily trick them into various musical styles and genres and stuff like this. And again, really, the engine is so amazing. It gives you so many possibilities to tweak your sound. And yes, definitely even the grooves. You know, the possibility to simply drag them into your piano roll. There are the MIDI events, and then you do with them whatever you like. So I think that's it from my side for today. I said it even in the last live stream, I'm already working on 2 videos. One is something about instant horror, and the other one is about how you might score an action scene changing time signature and stuff like this. So yeah, really, thanks for everyone that was in the chat, that was watching. Thanks for your support. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you can, leave a like. YouTube is looking after this. If you want, leave a comment under the video. Even this helps. And really, I like it. It's a beautiful instrument. And now Bernie made even me curious to check out loop 28. So yes, who knows, we might see again pretty soon then, because Bernie is a gourmet. He knows if he's saying something is good, be sure it is good. He's not saying this because he's generous normally. He's very honest. So yeah, who knows, we might see again then with Loops 88. And that's it, really. Have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow is already Friday, and spend time with the family, spend time with your friends. See you in the next video on the live stream. Again, Richard, thanks a lot really for handing out the NFR copy so I could do this, you know, I could show you this beautiful instrument. I could have fun with it, I could play with it, and then see you really very... Yeah, okay, Bernie, okay. I will end the live stream now, but you will find, you know, this best of them on Instagram within the next 2 or 3 days. And that's it from my side for today. See you very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.